Is there a sentence you hate most? Oh yeah, yeah, there is a sentence. The sentence is, "We did that always like that." Um, I worked in different companies and in my life, and for different companies in different positions, either as manager or as agent. And when I hate one thing is, we did that always like that. We had there's never ever in the system anything perfect. There's always a flaw somewhere. And my problem is, I see that the problem that sticks out for me. Like, I don't know why anything works 100% smoothly, and at this one point sticks out. For example, a visit when I was general coordinating office manager in an investment company. We visited a 4-star hotel and to have their press conference, and anything was fluently, smoothly going on, and nice walk through, and I saw a small little, not hole, but hit in the wall, and a small ditch in the wall, and that was the only thing I could remember. I didn't care about how good the services was, how good the food was, or anything. I cared only that there was a ditch in the wall, and I couldn't remember anything else. So, and I said to them, "Hey, this has to be repaired." "Oh, we cannot. Yeah, this takes a while," and so I didn't choose that hotel for that reason. And when you see always the negative point of view, and it sticks out to you, and you're not welcome very to anyone else when you're saying, and you give then an idea to someone else, and they're saying, "Oh no, we don't do that because we do that what we do always." That's what I hate. What do you do to calm down? Yeah, depending what it is. When I have argued with my wife and I get angry, she makes the best thing what she can do. I'm getting angry with myself or my wife, and I get a bit loud. She starts laughing, and then I start laughing too, and I don't take my problem anymore serious. And then I calm down. When I'm getting angry with something else, I try to meditate. I meditate once a day. Because I saw that once that is absolutely successful, helped that. And yeah. And otherwise I shut down, close my eyes one moment, breathe deeply, and think on my favorite place to calm down, which is the beach of Alpha Stepi, where I live, the area I live. And I close my eyes and imagine for one moment the beach and the sea of Mediterranean Sea and everything. When I came down. Now the reason was I get to Spain, even in Corona times, because I was burned out. I was so stressed with the home office and everything. I said I have to go home. I get home, and my battery was charged in 2 days because warm weather, nice, my family seeing again, and so my battery was charged in 2 days. And that's the reason I said always Alpha Stepi, my hometown, calms me down. Whenever I have then I think on the Albia beach, and then I calm down. Is there someone else outside your family you're grateful? There are a few people now to mention. One I mentioned now, Kai Weber. He was a very good friend. He's a good friend, still in contact. And there are lots of other peoples I'm grateful. René Schöler is one of them. He was a co-worker with me in Hertz and later in Google. We both had a nice relationship, not always, but I'm grateful to have these friends on my side. There's a long list of them, of these people. I'm grateful, and so I love to see what's there, and I'm thankful for their friendship and they're speaking with me. still. And they helped me to find myself and to get a better person. So I'm grateful for that. Which political project would you like to see accelerated? Yeah, no, it's a bit selfish, but it's funny. But I always saw one thing clearly. I'm a huge fan of Star Trek. I'm a really Trekkie. I'm not running around with uniforms or that stuff, but I'm a Trekkie. And when I see one thing in Star Trek, there is no difference between you can a Star Trek officer can be either a woman or a male or alien. It can be Afro-European, or Afro-American, like you want to say. It could be Asian. It could be Hispano. There's no big issues anymore. They're equally. They're all equal, And what I liked, someone lifted up a sign now in the Black Lives Matter operation that all lives matter. It doesn't care, and I would see this equalization would be a nice project to finally get it through, and at least a nice living side by side. People. That would be something when the people live with each other side by side or accept their political view and their religion view. This would be a nice thing, what I like to be. Otherwise, there's not much what political people can do. Who should you play in a film? Oh yeah, that's now a nice question, because I've beforehand I couldn't, but now I'm getting older and a beard. Sean Connery, Sir Sean Connery. I love him as actor, as James Bond, and other films like The Rock, for example. So that would be my favorite character as well. Once. Or Sir Peter Ustinov, but he unfortunately couldn't play me. So that would be because he was a nice and funny person when I saw him, and that would be nice then. What do you want to convince others of? Oh yeah, that is what I want to convince others of. I don't want to convince others of something. I'd like to have the discussion with some people. Other friend, co-worker of mine in Google, when we were working for Google, we had lots of times political and philosophical discussions. I don't want to really convince something. I try it, but if someone has his opinion, he has his opinion. If he changes his opinion because of the arguing I had, then perfectly. But I don't want to convince anyone else to think like me. If someone thinks like me, perfect. If not, also perfect. I mean, how boring would be the life if we would all think the same? That's absolutely horrible. And yeah, so I don't know if that'd be a nice thing to do, but I don't want to convince all of you of my opinion, because if you all want to be wishing the same thing, no. Okay. How do you want to be remembered? Yeah, I did it once. There was I don't was a personal coach of mine, Tony Robinson. He said, write down your testament, your speech you have in your own funeral, as you would be your own funeral. And I wrote it down, or made the speech, and find out as I what we remembered. And that time, on the end, I had a speech finished. I thought, no, that's not what I want to be really. And I don't really care how I would be remembered. I care more that I get remembered, because that's my form of internal life, that you be not forgotten, that you leave footsteps in the life of some people, of someone, or in the history, not really history like Napoleon or something, but at least you leave some footsteps that they remember you. And it doesn't matter how, because in the end, even accepting your most evil like Stalin or Hitler, you will not be remembered harshly. You will be remembered. You will remember. The people forget why or whatever, and when you're not extremely one side or other side, like Gandhi good, Hitler bad. You're not extremes, not two extremes. So they will remember you on one side or the other. But if you're normal, like me, I am happy when I will get remembered, and I don't care how or why. Give us a life wisdom. Yeah, my life wisdom is one I learned very nice. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. That's my favorite. As from personal coach and Les Brown, I love to hear him on YouTube or follow him. And he told me that once, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. And that was helpful for me. Because when you were in a bad situation, I said, okay, I get out of that. Like Winston Churchill said, when you walk through hell, keep walking. And and I get through that, and then I can go, I'm going to make it. Yeah, we are close to the end, Michael. Thank you very much for my self-interview. It's nice to hear from yourself. Hopefully anyone liked this interview. Next week we're with a new guest. She will be with us, and I will surprise you all with the name. Okay? I don't tell you now who it is. Thank you very much myself to listen to me. And thank you very much to anyone who listened to this program. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. Have a nice weekend. See you next week on Saturday. Again, 1 o'clock from 1 to 2 o'clock. Well, yeah, 1:45 next week. British Dublin time or 2 o'clock Spanish time. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
I know my limits. You can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting down